Hello students, in our previous chapter we had read about types of government, and under that we read that democracy is the best form of government, and in today we are going to start chapter 2 of civics, institutional representation of democracy. So the lesson begins with an example. The class coordinator, she had to choose a panel of cultural secretaries from various sections of class 7th. She wanted at least one representative each from various fields of cultural activities like dance, music, both instrumental and vocal, theatre and painting. She asked that who are interested should volunteer first, and 6 children volunteered. The teacher instructed the rest of the children to write down the name of a volunteer on a slip of a paper to show support for one candidate of their choice. The volunteers from each category of talent who got the maximum number of votes were chosen as the cultural secretaries. This is an example of election, even if on a very small scale. When we talk about our country, which is a democracy, it is neither possible nor necessary for people to govern directly. The most common form of democracy in our times is for the people to govern through their representatives. Some of the distinctive institutions associated with democracy can be mentioned as follows: universal adult franchise, elections, the election commission, political parties and coalition governments. Universal adult franchise. It means that the right to vote should be given to all adult citizens without discrimination on the basis of caste, color, creed or gender. The Constitution of India ensures universal adult franchise to all the citizens. The Constitution of India ensures universal adult franchise to all citizens. The age of voting was changed from 21 years to 18 years as per the 61st Amendment of the Constitution in 1988. And voting age, it differs from country to country. In Denmark and Japan, a person, man or woman, is entitled to vote after getting the age of 25 years. In Switzerland, it is 20 years. So, the voting age varies from country to country. Elections. Election is a process by which people choose an individual to hold public office under government. Elections take place once in every 5 years, and these elections are called general elections. Democracies work on the principle of one vote per person. In India, first elections were held in 1951. But sometimes when a member of parliament or state legislature dies in his or her constituency before the completion of 5 years, then fresh elections are held in that constituency, and these elections are called by-elections. So by-election is a election held to fill seat lying vacant due to the death or resignation of a member. Mid-term elections. Under certain circumstances, the President may, on the advice of the Prime Minister, dissolve the Lok Sabha before the completion of its term of 5 years and order fresh elections. These elections which these elections are called midterm elections. Absolute and simple majority. In an election, a candidate can win by either absolute majority or by simple majority. So what is this absolute majority and what is simple majority? Absolute majority means winning more than half of the total votes polled, and simple majority means winning the highest number of votes even if it is one vote more than the rival. The Election Commission. It is an autonomous, quasi-judiciary constitutional body of India. It conducts elections in India. The Election Commission consists of a chief election commissioner and as many election commissioners as decided by the President of India from time to time. There is also a state election commission in every state. So what are the functions of election commission? The election commission supervises the election process. Election commission prepares and updates the voter list. Updates means when census, after each census. Census is the survey of population. So when the survey of population is done, some more people, they are able to cast their vote. So it updates the voter list, prepares the voter list and updates the voter list after each census. Every vote, it provides electoral photo identity card. Voters have to produce it at the polling booth. It allots symbols to the political parties, and Election Commission, it develops a code of conduct to be observed by the political parties. Election Commission also scrutinizes the election expense of the candidates. Electoral constituencies. For the purpose of election, each state is divided into constituencies having approximately similar number of people residing there. So, election constituency means when state is divided into many small parts at the time of election, one leader can be elected from a constituency and elected candidates from that constituency become the MLA or MPs. And the Indian Constitution also provides for reserved constituencies from where only the scheduled caste or scheduled tribe candidates belonging to different political parties can contest the election, and number of seats reserved for SCs or STs is always in proportion of their population. Political parties. Party system is a must for the existence of democratic system. Political parties reflect the values and participatory attitude that the people maintain. Every party also has a symbol. Each political party is organized on the basis of the following factors: basic structure, definite objectives, activities on the basis of ideas and principles, general standpoints of public issues, ultimate objective of attaining governmental power. A democracy, it can have a bi-party system or multi-party system. Bi-party means two-party system. Britain and America have two-party systems, and we have a multi-party system in India. Based on the areas of activity, objectives and interest, the political parties can be categorized as national parties and regional parties. National party, a political party is recognized as a national party if it is recognized as a state party in at least 4 states. and also its candidates should have secured at least 6% of the total votes polled in the any 4 or more states at the last general elections, and at least 4 candidates should have been elected to the Lok Sabha. Some national parties of India are INC, Indian National Congress, BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party, CPI, Communist Party of India. State parties. State parties are also called regional parties. A party is called a state party if candidates put up by the party at the last general election to the state assembly have secured not less than 6% of total valid votes polled. At least 2 candidates should have been elected to the assembly. And in Indian politics, there are also many independent candidates also, and these candidates participate in election constituencies independently without the support of any party. Every party issues an election manifesto which contains the ideology and aspirations of the party. That party or alliance of parties which gets majority seats in the election will come into power. That party or alliance of parties which fail to attain majority of seats in election are destined to perform the role of opposition. Means a party which gets the majority come into power and forms the government, and the other parties, they perform the role of opposition party. And in this slide, the election symbols of different political parties are shown. Coalition government. Several parties join together to form the government when no party on its own wins a majority. So, coalition government is the party in which several parties they join together to look after the governance of the country. So when no party on its own wins a majority in parliament, then this type of government is formed. A coalition government might also be created in a time of national difficulty or crisis, for example during wartime or economic crisis, to give a government the high degree of perceived political legitimacy. India's first ever coalition government was formed at the national level under the Prime Ministership of Morarji Desai, which was also the first non-Congress national government. Before this, the government was only of Congress party, and in 1977, first time the non-Congress government was formed. 27 and headed by the Janata Party. So this is all about this chapter. Thank you.